Okay. Things are just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and I don't know. Wish this would go away. Wish all of this would all go away, but obviously it's not going to happen. Just interesting that Qantas, I'd mentioned it before, with Mr. Little Leprechaun Man, the Irish gay man. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, he's such a asshole, and it fits him very well, and I'm not going to say anything else. But anyway, Qantas is now telling employees, no jobs, no jabs, no job. So we've got Qantas, if you're not vaccinated, that's it, you're gone. You have the police, same thing. The construction down in Melbourne, they're doing that. You have also Telstra, which are our main, phone organisation. Used to be Telecom many years ago. They're now asking or requesting they're enforcing it with all the staff, even those in call centres and those that work from home. So it doesn't matter if you work at home, you need to be jabbed. So that's a little bit alarming. So this freaked me out a little bit because they're basically saying, and honestly, every time I would fly, I would always go with Qantas. I used to make my money work for me, and I'd put everything on my Qantas credit card, and I'd get heaps of frequent flyer points. So I'd upgrade because I have, funky vision, and I get very confused. But anyway, that's another story for another conversation. But anyway, so Qantas is saying that they're requiring all staff or employees to be vaccinated in line with other airlines globally, which they started, mind you. So they're saying that they want all cabin crew to be fully vaccinated by November the 15th, and then the ground crew by March the 31st. Now, I'm not going to go into anything else. This date here, to me, is like, why have they chosen that date? Why have they chosen that date? It is now, the 24th of September. So you've got October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 6 months. It's in 6 months' time. So obviously they've been in cahoots with the government, because they're the ones that started talking about the whole, international passport crap shit. And they're saying that they're not 100% sure whether or not they're going to do the domestic. They're going to leave it. They haven't decided yet, which, is a load of rubbish. Of course they have decided. They're going to, or are they waiting for what happened in the UK, where they've had to pull back on the whole vaccine passports, because I know that people were having too much of a fight over it. I think that, the police up here in Queensland need to get with the tradies and all the stuff down in Melbourne. They need to join together. They're both having exactly the same issue, where they're facing mandatory vaccination in order to succeed in life and to have a job. So they need to start working together rather than being against each other. I know that geographically they're completely miles apart, but hey, the police in Melbourne are bashing up the tradies, and up here, our poor police are in the same situation as the tradies. It's just they're so divisive. The way the government has it all set up, it's not our government, it's the world government I'm talking about when I say government. Our government is just a drop in the ocean. They're just a pimple on your ass. That's all they are. They're just a nuisance, because they're all battling against each other. But that's the whole thing. It's meant to be confusing, and it's meant to isolate, and it's meant to frustrate, and it's meant to make you angry, so that you rile up. And now to find out, I've posted a few videos today. I've been very productive today, which is good because I needed to keep occupied. To find out that where that welfare, and it is called welfare. They call it well, whatever it is. But anyway, where those well home or whatever it is, I looked into, it actually was set up as a camp for workers on a railway line back in the 18-something. So it has been specifically a camp So it's never been a city, it's never really been a region, it's just been a camp for workers. And to find out now that the gentleman that is the Wagner family, who are developing that centre, they own the land, the government only leases it. He's got a construction company, they are doing all the construction on it. He also has the airport, so they're going to fly the people in on a 20-minute plane from Brisbane, because it's 1.5 hours drive from Brisbane to the welfare camp. It is a welfare. You're like on government welfare camp. And you can't, I've looked into it, you can't bring your own food, you have to use theirs. There's no ifs or buts. And then, of course, now they've got the deal with Boeing to build all these drones. Is that not autonomous drones, which will have radars and surveillance equipment, obviously, because they're drones, put into them? Now, and he owns that land as well, and he's going to build all the facilities there. So I've had a look. I can't see any correlation between him and the Gates family, but there was a bit of a connection somewhere. I don't know how many children he has, but there is someone with his surname that actually is affiliated with the Gates medical side of things in America. Yeah. And if you have a look through, you dig deep enough through the Australian government, our lovely health minister, the man that's not from the city, the country man, the country hunt man, his brother is a chemical mathematician, engineer, person that does all health products and stuff, and does patents and everything. He's the one that was injecting stuff in with all the graphite and all of that in America. And so he got heaps of money from the Australian government and as a grant to investigate all of this stuff that's going into the jibby jabs. And they're all just feeding. It's just like this evil group of peoples, and all they do is they create a different career path for the family. So they will always succeed, no matter how smart they are or how dumb they will always succeed because they've got money behind them. You always see in the movies, you get the dumbass, but because daddy, is the leader of the club or whatever, they could get away with everything, and that's what it is. And I'm just like, and just to see the amount of money that's going into, because the next video I'm going to do, because there's probably going to be about 4 or 5 of them, is going to be on the actual drone industry, the autonomous drone industry, because it's all going to be happening here. Now, I've just been watching Beck from Oz, and her and Growler are predicting that there's going to be a lockdown by the end of the week, a long lockdown here. I thought that as well, but after looking into all of this, I don't think it's going to happen. I think for some reason they need Queensland open. They need to be able to get everything get all of this infrastructure up and running, and they need the support of the community. They need us compliant. So I don't think that's going to happen. So it's now Friday the 24th of September. It is 6:08 in the evening, and I'm predicting that it won't happen. Doesn't mean I'll be surprised if it doesn't, but my gut is saying no, because not just that, they've got the football this weekend or next weekend, whatever it is. It's being held somewhere. I don't know, because she was talking about it. There was a big hoo-ha about them saying, if you want to, we're trying to get everyone vaccinated, so if you come and get vaccinated at the park, at the football stadium, we'll give you a free ticket. And there was a hoo-ha with the TGA saying, you can't bribe people to get vaccinated by giving them something free. You can't use that as an incentive. Sorry, that's not right. So they had a bit of a pissy fart over that, but it's been resolved, apparently. So, yeah, I don't think... And also, she's also got, I don't know whether it's Netflix or Amazon Prime or some other organisation, could be Apple TV, I don't know, but somebody's doing a mini-series here on the Gold Coast right now. Don't ask me who's in it. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know. But she was all proud of herself, tooting herself and fluffing herself like a peacock, with pride over achieving that. So while that's here being filmed, she doesn't want it fucked up. Okay. So that's why I don't think it's going to happen. With all the infrastructure that's going on, all this movie stuff happening, they can't have people rioting. They can't have any of that going on here. It will give her bad karma. And she'll go, oh, she's got herself a boyfriend now, so that's why she's tarting herself up. She's starting to present herself a little bit better. But I swear to God, they all need to go and see a freaking dentist. They've all got disgusting teeth. Oh my God. It's like when did you last brush your teeth? I'm glad it's not smell-o-vision and you can't smell what their breath is like. Oh, they all look like trolls. Oh God. But anyway, I'm having a whinge, and I feel good when I have a whinge. But yeah, so I feel sorry for all the Qantas staff. And let's wait and see. But yeah, and I think that they have, so the other staff have until March 31st. That's 6 months. So I'm predicting things that we're going to get, hit up pretty hard with the pressurised, and they might make things very difficult, but they're not going to do anything. Maybe the quarantine camps won't be ready until then. Would your government lie to you? Number one, they said nobody's going to be forced into quarantine camps. They always lie. Whatever they say, reverse it, and that's what they're meaning to do, because they're compulsive liars. But figures don't lie. People lie, but numbers and data don't. So I'm predicting that. But anyway, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll be back with the others on the welfare camp.